Hi everybody, it's Wanda. I finally made it to Michael's a few weeks ago with my daughter, and I managed to get a paint that I have wanted to try for a long time. Sherry, on Sherry's Life, had used Pewter, and I thought it was absolutely beautiful. It's Craftsmart brand. It's gray, it's like a silver, dark gray silver, but it has a blue undertone. And it kind of throws blue whenever it's put in the painting. So I had decided to put down a white base because that's kind of a dark color. I'm going to use a little bit of black. I'm not using a whole lot. That's my paint I get from Louisiana. So I have the Craftsmart Pewter. This one is the DecoArt Extreme Sheen, which I wondered if would give me the cells in a different color than the 24 karat gold. And the color of it is sky blue topaz, and it is absolutely gorgeous when you pour it out of the cup. Of course, it lightens a little bit with the Floetrol, but I think it's going to dry the color that it came out of the cup, and if it does, it's going to be beautiful. And then the other color, I really needed more paint, and I wanted to stick kind of in the metallic range, but I didn't want to go with a gold or a bronze or a copper because those are warm tones, and I wanted to stay more in the cool tones. And I know you may not have noticed, but I don't use a lot of green. I'm not really wild about different shades of green, but I had looked around and I found this, and it's a pearl metallic that's made by Anita's, and it is just pearl green. Hopefully it will be a pretty color. It's not that dark and it's not bright, so hopefully it'll blend in pretty good. I'm a little iffy on that, but and that one actually was thin compared to the other paints when I poured it out of the bottle, so I mixed it 1-to-1 with Floetrol. The others are all 1 part paint, 2 parts Floetrol, and I have used a little splash of water, not much at all, to thin them just a little bit. And I think I'm just going to do a straight pour. I did put down a white base. This is my Louisiana paint. It's a satin paint. Always dries with a satin finish. And I put it down as a base. It's been mixed for a long time, so I decided to strain it as I was doing it. I need about 28 ounces without a base coat. So I'm thinking 24 ounces, 3 cups of paint should be plenty. So I'm just going to go for it. Put some of that pewter in. Some of the blue. I may put a little bit of black against that blue. Not much at all. The green. Pretty good amount of that. I'm really anxious to see how this pewter does, especially on the white background. And I hope the green doesn't mess it up. Greens and blues always look pretty against each other though, so hopefully it will. Put the last of that green in there. Ooh. My foot's hurting, ankle's hurting. Okay. The rest of the pewter. Hope I have enough paint. This is a 24 by 30 gallery wrap canvas. Guess if I had to, I could leave some negative space in the corner. I'm certainly not up to 24 ounces, I don't think. No, I'm only at 16. Ew. So I'll go in with some more black. Use the rest of that. Gina DeLuca has calculated, and she thinks that about your base coat is equal to about 30% of your paint. So if I needed 28 ounces, 10% would be nearly 3. So 30% would be about 9, close to 9. From 28 would leave me 19 ounces. And that's actually about what I have. I have about 18 to 19 ounces. I'm going to do this as a straight pour and see what happens. I'm going to go fast. Hope it's not too ugly in the middle. If it is, I'll go over there and get some black and dump right in the middle of it. I might do that anyway. I like a black center. All right. Ugh. Hold on a second. Let me get some black. I really do like the black contrast, so I'm glad that I put that in there. I wish I'd have put it in heavier between my layers now. And I don't know what you all think about that black center. It's a pretty big amount. I just don't want to tilt. I don't want to stretch all this out where it's all even more jiggity jaggedy. But I don't want to take it off either because I like the black. So, the only thing I'm not in love with is right there. Let me see if I can tilt it down that way a little bit. If there's anything left to tilt and shift. I can't tell. I don't think it's moving at all. So I guess I'm stuck with it like it is, but it's pretty. I love the colors. I really do love the colors. I think an additional brighter blue would have been good. The green, I'll be anxious to see how it shows up when it dries because you can't really see much of it. It's blending right in with that pewter. And that pewter looks really blue right down in there where it seems to be a little thicker or whatever. Maybe I'll not worry about that area. It's not so plain. It's got a little black in it. And when that pewter dries, it may be blue enough that it's gorgeous. So I'll just have to wait and see. Certainly not a bright green, and I'm not sorry about that. I love this accent right in here where it's lighter. That's got to be the pewter. So I guess it is what it is. Thank you for watching and hanging in there with me. I have some white showing through right here. I have to do something about that. My palette knife. Let that just drip over. Walk it down in there a little bit, it'll look fine. I just don't want a white blob. Don't want any white blobs. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna take the camera down now and give you a close-up. All right, after standing up here looking at it, I'm not happy with that black. So I'm gonna try something here. I have a little bit left in the bottom of the cup. I'm going to break that up just a little bit. I think this will level out and it'll look all right. But I may take my palette knife to it just a little bit. Hopefully that's not too thick right in the middle for it to dry well. I'll leave it down here so it can dry slowly. So I think that's much better. I like that much better. That black was too much black. It didn't stretch enough. It was distracting. Didn't let your eye move around the painting. So I like it better now. When my daughter was little, she'd say, "Fick it, Mama, fick it." So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to fick it. Thank you. I'm trying to keep that reflection from the ceiling light off of this. But here's how it looks down in this corner. You know I love the swirly things in the corner. And up through here. Pretty. Not so crazy about those squiggly lines up there, but not much I can do about it. I didn't have enough left, I don't think, to tilt off. I might have. Might have tilted those off. So down here, I have more of the black, and it goes up into the lighter. I love that right there beside the reflection where it's all bright. It looks like it's highlighted. So, and that's how the top of it looks. And then, of course, my center, which I still like better than the way it was. So, thanks for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thanks to all of my subscribers. I appreciate it so much. Have a wonderful day, evening, night, whatever it is in your part of the world. Thank you. Okay, full disclosure here. I tilted some off the left-hand side of this. Shifted that center over a little bit. The left-hand side, I got to looking at it and was almost white down that whole edge because of the white undercoat, base coat, and I didn't want that to do that. So I lifted it up and there was enough paint to shift it. So I shifted it to the left, which is fine with me as far as the center being a little to the left. It needs to be a little off center anyway, actually, for a good painting. So I'm okay with that, and I hope you all are. Thank you so much for watching.